now scored 10 straight points in the last 3 minutes.
He's pointing to Arvydas to get down the low post and swing in against McDyess to see if he can get Arvydas going here offensively. Arvydas knocked his hand away again. Once your guy puts his forearm in your back, you're not allowed to knock it away. Arvydas is going, hey, the guy's got his hands on me. I'm allowed to be able to move here.
You know, I made a comment yesterday. You don't want to go off on this stuff, but people come to see some guys play. People want to see the Arvydas Sabonis of the world play. Unless it's a pretty obvious foul, you don't want to pull a guy out of the game. Like yesterday, they took him out of the game on a couple of real bad foul calls.
I know that's why college basketball drives me crazy, because they call such ticky-tack fouls in college basketball. Man. Before you know it, the star has 2 fouls. You got to go sit down. But I agree with you, man. We come to see guys like Arvydas and the Stars play. You know, you hate to see them get 2 or 3 quick fouls and have to go sit out for 7 or 8 minutes.
Offensive foul on Alexander at the other end. That gives the ball back to the Blazers, and now the foul on Van Exel.
It's the old Bill Walton complaint. Let him play.
Well, don't you agree? It's still the fans' game.
Yeah.
You take people out of the game that the fans want to see, and the fan is getting cheated. Why would you do that?
Well, of course, some fans say, well, we come to see a team, not just an individual player.
And now, Arvydas with the beautiful reach behind and a technical foul on Nick Van Exel. Van Exel acting like he doesn't want to stick around too long.
I was thinking the same thing. I was waiting for him to say something else so he can get thrown out. You see Arvydas coming inside, dipping that shoulder, that Kevin McHale up and under move that he made so famous back in his Boston Celtic days.
That old reach around. The best that ever did the reach around was the Doc.
The Doc? I mean, with those that long arm extended with those big, what do you call it, saucepan hands? Man, did he have some big hands.
They were bigger than toilet seats, those hands.
Was that the greatest move ever, the one he did against the Lakers and Mark Landsberger and Magic Johnson?
The one we see on the highlight tape.
Yeah. One of the greatest moves ever, huh?
50-38, Blazers. Arvydas with a 3-point play. Van Exel makes the fake and then brings it back. Free throws so far, Blazers 7-9. Van Exel. He shoots it quickly, and you got to be aware of him. He's a very explosive guy.
He's not offensive-minded enough for the Nuggets. Like you said, he can get it going so quickly. You want to see him shoot more of the Nuggets.
And the ball goes out of bounds back to the Denver Nuggets. Arvydas getting manhandled again in the post. Mike Dunleavy trying to file a complaint. 40 to lead 10.
I think Arvydas needs to declare himself a Lithuanian diplomat so he can get some diplomatic immunity when he comes out on these courts. Nobody will be able to touch him then.
That's not a bad idea. That's right. Corey Alexander for a 3. That Alexander, a forgotten man here for quite a while and getting a little playing time. Alexander coming in, a 27% three-point shooter. And now it's a 7-point lead from 18. Blazers look like they were going to put this one away, and then a 10-0 run has pulled the Nuggets right back in it. Arvydas. Kyle thought he danced.
Well, no, that wasn't traveling. He just took such 2 slow steps, and they thought he had to be traveling.
Off the dribble, McDyess with a rebound. A quick shot by Van Exel. Stiff from the corner. And it's Kyle Herrera getting a lot of time. And they swing the ball. Van Exel with a drive. Almost.
Wow, that would have been a play to do it. That would have went in.
Pull that one out of the magician's hat. Anthony Damon with that pass. Arvydas on the cut. Damon gave it to him. And it comes out. And Herrera out on top to Van Exel. Basic stuff when you're driving to the hoop and the defender running at you, you go right by him.
Oh, this is fun. Keep it going, guys. Shoot it, Jimmy.
And the big guy again with that kind of half reverse.
Very unselfish play by Jim Jackson. He had a shot, saw the big guy squeaking into the basket. Excellent pass.
He's got 12. It's 52-43. The Blazers with the lead. Great start in the second quarter when they made their first 7. Stiff backdoor, blocked by Grant. Excellent reaction coming from the weak side, but he made the contact. He gets the foul.
Yeah, that's the way to go after a shot, man. Just don't go in there half-hearted. Go in there and really go for that block. And he almost got away with it. He actually did get his hand on the ball, but I guess he got some lower body contact, but still, good reaction by Brant Grant. Keeping his head on the swivel, knowing where the ball is, just coming over and reacting. The guys on the weak side should never get beat on that play.
Brian Stitt who has had a lot of injury problems in the last couple of years. Injury-free for the first time in a while. He only played 31 games last year.
It's a good thing he's a decent player with a last name like that. Otherwise, you know what his nickname would be.
Stiff.
Exactly.
Stiff. You're tough.
Right, well, think about it. I think that's the playground kind of talk,
Oh, all right, bring somebody in here. Come on, let's hear something. 52 on the pick and slip. Brian Grant comes up shy. Fight for the loose change. Loose ball foul called against the Denver Nuggets. This goes against Carl Herrera.
There's Brian Grant coming in there, just rushing the shot a little bit because he saw the McDyess coming over. He knows what a leaper he is, so he just sort of rushed that shot and he was telling himself just taking time to shoot it.
And it won't hang for him.
Well, Arvidas knew that shot wasn't good. As soon as it left his hand, he tried to give some of that body English you give on your putt when you know you pulled it.
At some point, you'll, if you haven't already, noticed the black patches worn on the Nuggets uniform. Those are worn out of respect for the victims and families involved in the Columbine High School tragedy a couple of weeks back. And Arvidas has got 13 now, 53-44. Blazers with a lead. Tuesday night, San Antonio.
You ready for that one, Eddie?
Oh, boy, I'm ready right now. Herrera on the way to the rack, fouled on the way in. He'll go to the line. Greg Anthony is the man that committed the foul.
Yeah, that's going to be some game to call, baby. Rose Garden's going to be alive that night.
Excited already.
Yes, there's a nice slip by Carl Herrera going in. Good help coming over by Greg Anthony. Just to prevent a layup. That's what you want to do. Don't concede a layup to anybody at any time.
Herrera, 40% for the year, 67% in Denver. You stop and think about the Denver fortunes this year. How much better would they have been if Rafe LaFrentz, their fine rookie center, had not torn his ACL, if Keon Clark hadn't had the collapsed lung, another nice, bright young rookie. They probably would have a few more wins than they have right now.
Yeah, I would go along with about 5 or 6 more wins, especially if Rafe LaFrentz would have stayed healthy. I talked to Dan Issel about him last week when they were in Portland and asked him how he's coming along. And saw Rafe tonight, and he says he's feeling fine. He expects to be at 100% at the start of the season. That's good to know.
Torn ACLs aren't like what they used to be. Danny Manning's come back from 3 of them. Brian Grant, outstanding muscle move down low on the post up, and the Blazers lead by 10.
Carl Herrera can't handle Brian Grant at the low post, so smart move for the Blazers to go after him.
At the defensive end, Sabonis has got Herrera. Herrera's 6'9". Alexander on the miss. McDyess flies through the crowd and gets the rebound. McDyess, incidentally, he and Tim Duncan, whom we saw scoring, rebounds, and blocks. Brilliant young talents. Van Exel on the miss. Well, he's up there doing a Michelangelo job on those, isn't he?
Yeah, he figures one of these are going to fall in. He won't make the highlight reel tonight. He's capable of knocking those kind down, though. He's a highlight type of package player.
They get it with 24 on the inbound after the Blazers knocked it out of bounds. Final seconds of the first half. Good second quarter for Portland.
It's been a fun game to watch so far. A lot of up and down action, good ball passing by the Blazers, looking for each other.
Blazers 52% from the floor. They're at 45%. Out of the corner. And that is Corey Alexander again. Up comes Anthony, peeled off by Van Exel.
They've got time to shoot it.
They certainly do with 1 second left. That would have counted if it went, it did not. So at the end of the half, the Blazers leading 55-48. He's at the other end. And a foul called on the play against. Now they see Fortson, but they hold up 23, and that would be Bryant Stith. So Stith gets the foul.
Yeah, Stith reaching in here because Arvidas gets good low post position. And Fortson being in a bad position, Stith was coming down to help out. Damon doing a good job spotting the big guy right where you said they all should always look for him, Eddie. Right there in the middle of the lane so he can come around for a sweeping hook.
And if you can hit him on the cut when he's flashing, it's all the better for him.
Well, you should be in charge of their offense, Eddie. They look
I can't even keep my checkbook straight. How am I going to do that? 56-49, Blazers with the lead. Stith sliding under the screen, Jackson. Ball loose, knocked away by Stacey Augmon. Now he got a 2-on-2 with Billups defending. Jackson in the middle and a 3-on-2. Tremendous athleticism, and the Blazers missed the break with a 3-2 advantage. Van Exel with a pull-up. Arvidas there, deflected to two Blazers and pulled out of there by McDyess.
Looked like they were playing croquet with the ball that time. Went through 2 wickets.
7-point lead, that's all. From 18 down and in the game, Denver, McDyess.
Well, that's the shot he was killing Portland with up in the Rose City, but didn't get it to go that time. That's a nice fadeaway shot for us. Damon pulls up and still feeling it.
And Damon Stoudemire adds a couple to his total, and he's got 10. Brian Grant, by the way, with 8 rebounds. Van Exel walks it in, cross-screening inside, and they're really getting physical down deep.
And you got a double foul on Stacey and Chauncey Billups. Billups lowered his shoulder into Stacey's stomach. Stacey grabbed him around the shoulders and pulled him down. Double foul results in just taking it out of bounds and starting all over again.
Augman with 1, Billups with 2. Double foul. Both teams now with 1 team foul. Van Exel, again, they try and cross-screen and free up on the inside. McDyess, square up shoot. Honeycombs the rim. Fortune can't get to it. You're taking a top 10 rebounder in Danny Fortune and neutralizing him with the size of the Blazers here tonight. We talked about that at the outset. Brian Grant on an almost errant pass. Arvidas, Damon, Sabonis. How sweet it is. I mean, that is pretty to see. Just move the ball, keep moving it, make the extra pass. Find the open man, and it's 60-49.
Blazers. Well, he's putting on a clinic with that ball movement tonight, and hopefully young players around the region are just watching it.
McDyess actually took a couple of giant steps, no call there, but he's fouled on the play by Brian Grant. Well, you talk about a challenge. Brian Grant, yesterday, Tim Duncan. Today, McDyess. Now, you're talking about 2 of the elite guys in the league at that position.
Yeah.
You got to defend them back-to-back.
Yeah, and they have to deal with Brian Grant on the other end too. But hey, they're getting paid enough money. That's what they're supposed to get paid to do. So
Grant is ready for the challenge.
Oh yeah, he likes that kind of. He enjoys the hard work.
Talk about a busted play that almost turned out well. Stacey unable to finish the last 2 possessions he's had, and they come down and stiff finishes. And now to 60-51.
Arvidas is coming over here to Mike, pleading his case to Mike Dunleavy. Says, I did not touch him. Let's see if he did here. And he's right. He just sort of waved that stiff as he went by. It's an anticipation call by the officials.
That's his 4th foul. It continues for Arvidas Sabonis. Look at the look of anguish on the big man. He just doesn't understand it.
Well, Arvidas says, why don't you look at the video? You'll see I did not touch him. And he's right.
You say it that way?
Yes, I heard him. Doesn't that sound Lithuanian? I wish I could say it in this language. They're not really impressed you already.
A little touch of Moscow in the South.
Ooh, don't say that they're Arvidas, you know. He's not Russian, he's Lithuanian.
Well, I know. But the way you put it.
I better stop impersonating them.
Brian Grant foul off the double-team defense. And the foul will go against Stitt, who came from the other side to help out on the big forward. 60-52. The Rose Garden's accessible to people with disabilities. For accessible seating, call 503-231-8000 or TDD 503-231-1101. Brian Grant pulled up on that sumo look, didn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't working too well for him because they went on the road and lost a couple of games. So he figures I'm going to go back to the old Brian Grant, and when he was
call from Pebbles would help. And Grant makes a pair, and the Blazers now lead.
Sure, he plays like Bam Bam.
62-52.
People probably wondering who we're talking about. Talking about the Flintstones for all those people out there who aren't aware.
McDyess, Fortune, and Stiff playing catch. Jackson trying to fight over pick and roll with Fortune in the well, and Jackson's got him on a mismatch. Jimmy fights over the top. Fortune's got to force a shot. 24-second violation. Excellent defense after he got caught mismatched by Jim Jackson. Mike D'Antoni, the coach at the other end, who spent most of his time learning the rigors of coaching in Italy.
Milano, as they call it over there. Speaks fluent Italian. He and Kobe Bryant could hold an intelligent conversation in Italian.
Yes, they couldn't they? Brian Grant coming right back the other end over Fortune. And Brian's got 10. 64-52. Blazers want to build up a big lead and get some of the other fellas in the game. rest some of these weary bones.
You call them scrubs, but the Blazers don't have any scrubs.
I never called them scrubs.
Well, that's what the term is in the NBA, but the Blazers bench is so deep, they don't have scrubs.
No, these are first liners.
Yeah.
And that's McDyess. There's the first liner. He's got 14. Had a porter at the airport in San Antonio stop me on the way in when he saw me already tipping.
Oh, nice shot.
Jimmy Jackson with 10 points tonight, and the Blazers with a 13-point lead. Chauncey Billups learning the ropes, along with Fortson, Van Exel, Rafe LaFrance, McDyess. Blazers with another turnover, and that's Jackson. Great pass on the bounce from Jackson to Damon. Sensational thread-the-needle pass. And I couldn't bounce a rock off a pond any better than that. 69-54. Blazers on top.
The concert event of the season. Bob Dylan.
56. Blazers. Chauncey Billups making both. 69-56. Blazers with the lead. Damon on top. Going to shoot. Give him room, and he's going to hit it. And he steps right on top of the line, so he's got a two-pointer, and it's a 14-point game for Damon.
Yeah, he looks like a different player in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Now he's taking his shot.
Yeah, he's becoming much more offensive-minded. That's a good thing for Damon and the Blazers.
Here's Steph trying to post up Damon. Now help with Brian Grant's got to get back to his open man. He does. Grant does a terrific job of hustling to help and recover on defense. Damon again. And this time he won't get it, but Grant knocked it away from McDyess out of bounds to the Denver Nuggets. Blazers trying to overcome a 2-game losing streak in Denver.
Yeah, that's a 2-game losing streak, but it sounds worse than it is. They lost against a revitalized Laker team, and the Spurs, of course, at home. Very emotional game yesterday for both teams, so you don't want to lose, but they weren't horrible losses. Maybe the Laker one was because there was such a differences in the score, but they're going to make up for it tonight.
There's McDyess. Sweet move over Rasheed.
And Tuesday when the Spurs come back to Portland.
Rasheed and Brian Grant and Damon Stoudemire with Stacey Augmon and Jimmy Jackson. And they try and go inside. Jackson not ready for it, and it was Billups that led the pass. And on the turnover, here they come. They're down 13. Van Exel with a runner. He's got the left-hander, and he did an excellent job off balance, one leg, of protecting the ball with a body. He is a left-hander, and he got the body between Damon and the shooting hand, and the Blazers are going to call a timeout. Timeout. Lead down to 11. It's 71-60 Portland with 4:55 left in the third. Jimmy Jackson inside on Corey Alexander. Steps through the crowd. Defense. Oh, no. Right there. Rasheed had it. And rebounded by Augmon. Kelvin Cato in the game. Damon tries to split the defense. Back to Cato to the rack, and good on the play. And he does a terrific job of delaying when the ball is on the opposite side.
Yeah, he waited for the lane to clear out when the double team came from McDyess. He saw that opening and just ran where the defense wasn't, and did a good job holding onto the ball after his hand was grabbed here, right there. Coming through strong, going up with it strong. That's what I tell you big guys to do.
And he makes the three-point play with the free throw. Kelvin Cato and the Blazers have extended their defense on Van Exel and the Nuggets. They get it over to McDyess. And free on the near side against the Blazers bench that was stiff. They didn't see him. Van Exel side screening is Corey Alexander. And Nick missing, and Damon's got it. Up ahead he goes. Jackson. Jimmy on the curl. Kelvin Cato. Wow, how about that one?
You sound surprised. Don't we see him practicing that shot against Greg Anthony every game? So he shoots that with a lot of confidence, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to see he made it.
I knew that was good as soon as it left his hand.
76. No, don't be kidding me that now. Stiff. Nice move, and Cato fills. Cato does an extremely good job. He's got great anticipation around the basket. So does Jermaine. And Dave, a quiet night on the boards for a guy in the top 10 in rebounding. He's only got 5. Came in averaging 11-5. 76-60 Blazers. McDyess. And Cato fills to come to get the rebound. Well, Kelvin on the opposite side came back to the near side to get the rebound on the miss while Wallace took care of McDyess. And we're down to the 3-minute mark here in the third. Jan and Scott Schleiss are here as Rasheed missing. Schleisses want to say hi to all their friends in Astoria that are Blazer fans. 76-60, Blazers with a lead. And Exel against Damon. Rasheed over, side screen. Try the pick and roll. McDyess slips out of there. Rasheed on the help. Van Exel on the miss. And McDyess with a rebound. And Rasheed trying to knock it away from McDyess. Whacked him on the coconut. Whacked him right on the head.
Yeah, he didn't mean it.
And Corey Alexander with a good drive. Fortson, the #1 offensive rebounder in the NBA, stays with it and gets it.
Well, the old Moses Malone play. Throw it up once. If you don't get it back and put it back again.
Fortson 6'7" from the University of Cincinnati.
Played with Van Exel, didn't he? No, he came after Van Exel.
After Van, yeah. And Jimmy Jackson posting up. Good idea on a smaller Corey Alexander, who's 6'2". And 862 Blazers. And Fortson trying to take it to the rack. Nice.
Not a good combination, Mr. Fortson. No, he's got to read the scouting report a little closer than that the next time.
He leans in, and the SWAT man gets it. And the foul as well. And the Blazers lose it. Here come the Nuggets with 1:44 left in the third. No meltdowns now. Corey Alexander falls down with the ball and immediately tied up. Is the purpose for the question that I asked you in our Blazer game night setup.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of talent. Nobody ever questions his talent, but I feel like you act like you care, even if you don't.
In L.A., good guy, okay guy.
Well, he's just kind of an enigma, you know. You just can't figure him out. One day he's in a good mood, the next day he's just out there.
Ryder, he's got it. J.R. Ryder, he's got 8, and the Blazers lead by 18 again. For a moment, Johnny Taylor gets it right back.
Johnny Taylor, every time you say that name, reminds me of that old-time soul singer back in the 60s.
Yeah, what was the song?
The one that made #1? I can't say it on the air. I'll tell you off the air.
I'll remember it in a moment. I remember Johnny Taylor, the blues singer.
No, well, yeah, I guess you could call it blues. Rhythm and blues.
Yeah. That's what it was then, R&B.
Yeah.
Greg Anthony, yeah, he's got a 3. Anthony with a 3.
It's a shooting drill for the Blazers.
And the Blazers are starting to run it up a little bit. Portland now with 5 threes. That means points for the Park is going to get healthy again tonight. BP points for the Park. Down Broadway comes Fortson, and he lays it over the iron and down. 83-66, the Blazers with the lead.
He's telling the guys to play for one shot. So Greg, Rasheed's going to come set a screen and pop back and give it to Rasheed, let him through a 3.
Draw screen inside, Anthony pops out on top. Rasheed pins down, and there's Anthony's 3, and he's got it again, and he's back in the zone now. So Greg Anthony has got 3 threes, 9 points, steal. That would have counted. Jimmy Jackson missing. The Blazers have come back, and a good second and third quarter tonight.
In years of his career, in a few hours today.
I mean, they went back to the diaper stage with this guy.
Seemed like 17 because the press conference went so long.
Rasheed, yes, sir. Rasheed Wallace, and he hits a 2, and it's 88-66. And the Blazers have opened up their biggest lead of the ball game, and now on a 17-6 run going back to the last 5 minutes of the third quarter. Billups, and Chauncey Billups hits a big 3. So Billups countering now. I expect them to really start launching the long ball. Here's a team that likes to shoot the 3. They attempted 32 in a game earlier in this season.
Yeah, they got nothing to lose. They might as well do it.
So look for them to spread the floor with all their anti-aircraft people out there and let them fly.
You know, Mike Dunleavy wants to see the guys still take care of the ball and play smart.
Beautiful pass. Cross-court Jackson, diagonal pass inside Kelvin Cato. A clinic, an absolute clinic, 90-69. And Fortson inside at the other end for them. Man, they're getting up and down the floor now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're having fun. The court is wide open now, so if you're the Blazers out there on the court, this is what you like to see because a lot of lanes are going to be open for you, a lot of opportunities to be real creative in the offensive end of the floor, like right there. She had it slapped away by Billups.
Broken play, but Kelvin Cato takes it on a turn and just whacks one home. Boy, is he having a ball game. I mean, Cato's got 9 points right now in about 6.5 minutes, and he's 4 for 4 from the floor with 4 rebounds.
We'll be seeing Gary Grant probably coming in the next few minutes to end it up at the point for Portland tonight.
Why not? 92-73, Blazers by 19.
Rasheed will come out in a couple of minutes. The kid will come in. He'll have some fun out there, too.
Blazers bench.
He talks to his kid at breakfast in the morning. Hey, right now, they're going to catch the bus. As a coach, all coaches do that.
Please. Jimmy Jackson with a terrific follow, and he's got 14.
You know, Mike, I like Mike, though. They're just basically destroying the Nuggets, and Mike's into this game as if it was the first quarter and the score's tied.
Corey Alexander, stop and go by Jackson. He's got smallness on him, if you will, and quickness to go with it. And he just made Jimmy go for a little bit of a fake, and that was it. Anthony's in the game, so Anthony to get a little backcourt pressure. Greg Anthony with Rasheed, Jimmy Jackson, Ryder, and Kelvin Cato. The SWAT man's been on the trampoline tonight. Ryder, give it to him. That's another 3 ball. And the Blazers now lead 97-75. BP points for the Parks are loving this. Oh, boy. Let's add up those threes. You bring in a little Etta James.
I guess that's all right. As long as the players don't hear it, if you want to get them pumped up, ready to go.
Well, I'll get them going. Ryder on the miss off the turnaround. Here they come. Blazers lead by 19. Eric Washington. Leap and lean. Gets his own. Washington, a good 3-ball shooter, by the way. Block shot by Cato. You don't want to come in here with that.
I can't believe he missed that one.
Well, he stayed with it, didn't he?
Yes, he did. I like to watch Calvin on defense, man. He's got a natural knack for shot blocking. Dwight James, the Oregonian writer, was getting on me a little early tonight for comparing him to a young Bill Russell as far as the defensive ability to block shots. He kind of reminds me of him. I said, are you crazy?
He averaged over 20 rebounds a game for his career.
Well, I'm talking about just
I know.
shot blocking.
I hear you. Washington, a 6'4" jumper who can shoot the 3, as I mentioned. Missing. And out of bounds it goes, and it'll come back to the Trailblazers. All right, let's see what we got. We got Brian Grant, Kelvin Cato, Ryder, Damon Stoudemire, and Greg Anthony. Having a little fun here this evening. They've got Corey Alexander defending, and of course at this point in time, while the Blazers are trying to fine-tune for the playoffs, the Nuggets are trying to assess what they've got and what they want to bring back if they have options on any of these people. Ryder over the back with a loose ball foul.
And the bad thing about the Nuggets, they don't have a first-round pick this year. They gave that up to, what did they give that up again to? They made a trade. I know they don't own their first-round pick this year. Maybe it's the Phoenix.
Might have been in the McDyess deal, huh?
Might have been. I'm not sure. Somebody has their first-round pick, so Dan Issel's going to have to go out and try to find some free agents.
No, it wasn't on the McDyess deal because he signed as a free agent.
Right. It'll come to us. But getting Rafe LaFrentz back 100% next year will definitely help this guy.
He's a big postman, LaFrentz. And they'll have Fortune playing his more natural position, which is the power forward. He just took that shot and missed it. That's a little out of his range. Inside Grant. He out-muscles Fortune for position. Ryder on a screen by Cato. Back to Anthony. And he came close to getting his 4-3. And now with 6:35 remaining, 17-point lead. Fortune good if it goes. No. And Dean with 5:37 remaining.
Yeah, Portland just wants to finish this game up strong. That was a foul knocked out of Brian Grant's hand, but he didn't complain, so it must have been a clean strip. Just want to get out of this game with your good health, a win, and get ready for Tuesday night, baby.
Take any kind of a win at all. Grant banks it off the glass.
Did he call it?
No, he didn't, but he's smiling about it, so you know that. 100-84, Brian Grant.
Well, that's when you know things are going your way.
Hey, we'll know the difference tomorrow. There's McDyess. Oh, boy. Do something. Played at Alabama. Antonio McDyess, a keeper. #1 pick of the Clippers originally, traded over here, and then of course he's made the stop in the paint, pretty even. As Damon is fouled, no, an offensive foul call. Damon Stoudemire.
All right, dunk.
He's got 18. Wallace and Ryder. Good post up inside. Ryder on Eric Washington, and a travel on Isaiah Ryder. Ryder trying to get a little help from the officials. He will not. Blazers have 3 timeouts in the 20 remaining. The Nuggets have 2 and a 20. And the only one in foul trouble right now is Danny Fortson with 5, but that's common stuff for him. He leads the NBA in disqualifications. He's had 9. There's McDyess, terrific fake. Dump off inside, and Fortson's got it. And now it's a 9-point ball game with plenty of time left. 4:16 remaining.
And needs to go inside now to try to take advantage of the big guys.
Damon rises up and hits it.
Or knocked down a 3.
Big 3 for Damon.
I got to talk to him after the game. Hopefully we can get him for an interview and find out what he's doing different in this game in the last 2 or 3 weeks. See if I've been right on my observations and how he's decided to be a lot more offensive-minded.
Blazers try and take it away. They come up with it. Ryder out ahead, splits the D, goes up, good! No, they won't give it to him. They're going to run it off. The official is going to take it away from him. They're not going to give him the continuation.
It should have been. That was a clear continuation. He didn't dribble anymore after he was grabbed. You could see it right here. If you dribble right there, oh, my goodness. That's not continuation. Let's rewrite the rule.
It's a clear path foul called by Scott Foster.
They'll change it. They'll change it. They've got to change it.
That is a clear path foul. Scott Foster making the call. The Ryder will be at the foul line, and now he's got the
referee a break. That's the first controversial call we've had all night. Usually have one of those a quarter in the game, but tonight he clearly missed that one. Ryder should have been going for a 3-point play opportunity.
Damon Stoudemire having a terrific night out there. Greg Anthony comes out of the game. Jimmy Jackson comes in. Damon with 2 threes to go tonight in his 17-point makeup. And Ryder has got 13 points for the game. And the Blazers now lead by 14. 105-91 with 3.5 remaining. Alexander McDyess. Eric Washington, he's a 3-ball shooter, and there he is. He had 4 in one game. That was against Sacramento in a game that the Nuggets won. And he had a season-high 17, and 4 of them were 3-pointers.
Might call a 2-out play here. Let's see what the play is or how it develops.
Ryder. And the Blazers lose possession. And an 11-point ball game with 2:50 remaining. Fake right and go left, Alexander. Rebound inside. McDyess taken away. Blazers, Jimmy Jackson.
That was a great block by Jim Jackson. Coming down, filling in. Got the ball blocked before McDyess could get it high over his head out of Jim Jackson's reach.
Ryder with a very deep 3. And Ryder rings the bell to make it 108-94.
Not only a deep 3, but Washington was right in his face, made him shoot the ball a little higher.
Now, you know how it is when you get that feeling. McDyess on the miss, fortunately the offensive rebound, and there'll be a loose ball foul with 2:13 remaining. JR talking to Mike Dunleavy.
Talking about defensive rotations and where he should be.
108-94, Blazers lead by 14. Alexander works against Damon. Side screen Fortson. He's 260 pounds. And Fortson is knocked down hard by Brian Grant. Now they're going to give it to Rasheed. Well, they were able to do that. You just got a bunch of players out there.
Got that right. Even Michael Jordan needed complimentary cards.
Amen.
Damon. He's going crazy on us.
Yeah, he needed a bazooka to get that one. That thing was really down.
That was Jason Williams territory in Sacramento.
12-point lead, 133. Damon inside quickly, Rasheed. There's your hanger. Little turnaround on the base. 110-98 Blazers. On Saturday night, go to church on Sunday.
What?
Elmer Gantry, charismatic. Well, I see a lot of racehorses out there. I really do.
Yeah. I think McDyess probably is the #1 thoroughbred, but Rasheed and